The following is a PodNeard production.
In 2016, we commenced with an experiment and gave a man-child addicted to podcasting and a man with a funny hat, microphones, and alcohol. The following is what ensued.
Balls were hanging out.
You know, hey guys, I'm just going to stroke this real quick.
You never know who's getting frisky that night.
At that one moment in my life, I literally was speechless.
Phrasing is alive and well.
Hakuna Matata means no worries.
You ever heard of slaying a dragon?
What the fuck is happening with my podcast? What is my life right now?
So drink along, folks. This is the Mikes and Beers podcast. And here's your hosts, TJ Hodder and the Heel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beers are on ice and the mics are hot. You're listening to the Mikes and Beers podcast.
Why'd you swear? What happened?
I fucked up. I don't know what happened. I went to go open it. It didn't open. And I got to take a picture.
All right. Hey, well, guys, welcome back. Happy to have you back. It's been a while. We kind of went over a 1 month thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my fault. I'll take the heat for it.
It happens. I'm glad we get to be back and entertaining you guys. As always, I am the Heel, RW, here with my, my boss. Like, I'm not even going to call him the co-host anymore.
51%, motherfucker.
51%. TJ, the Iceman Hodder.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to episode 6 of Mikes and Beers. We're having a good time. We're here drinking some great brewskis. And I believe the Heel just chugged into one of his.
Yeah, we're actually, both of us are drinking from the company,
Yes,
the
cheers.
Mackinnon Brothers.
Yes.
And actually, I've had the honor of meeting one of the guys at the Mackinnon Brothers Brewing Company. They're out in Prince Edward County of Ontario, Canada. Great guys. I met them at, oh my God, Rib Fest. I thought it had a fuller name to it, but the Rib Fest that goes around all of Ontario. Got to meet them in Bowmanville. Got to try Red Fox, I believe, was the one that I got to try over there.
And which one's that? Is that like their amber or something? Or?
It's made out of beets.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and I loved it. But today we are having 2 of their other beers that I got to try there at the oh my Lord. Why is Rib Fest so hard to say? I got to meet
Rib Fest.
Got to try it at the Rib Fest, and I am actually having 8-man English Pale Ale, one of their strong beers. I like it, and it's got such a nice can to it, just a nice look, nice aqua can.
They're beautiful cans
with just an old Englishman, an old rugby player, and he looks good beer. What are you drinking, fella?
So I am drinking their Crosscut, which is the Canadian ale, and it's actually really good. I mean, you guys know me. I've said before on the show that I'm more of a lager guy, but I like this ale. It's not as it doesn't kick you in the balls like sometimes other ones do. You know what I mean?
No.
How it's just like, oh my God. I guess it's more IPAs that do that for me more than anything.
If you're getting a sensation in your testicles from drinking an alcoholic beverage, my friend.
But it's not a good sensation. That's the problem.
Go see a doctor.
This is giving me a good sensation in my testicles.
That's called love.
Hashtag TJ's testicles.
That is love. What you just described was, a medical cry for help.
I don't know. But no, like what you were saying, these are like... Because I wanted to try their beer because they actually follow us on, I believe it was Instagram, they followed us. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, right on. They seem like they're good guys and they work really hard. They seem like they're a great company and I really wanted to try them, but I couldn't find their beer. And then just for some reason, we were in there and I don't know if I found them or you found them.
You found the name, the Mackinnon Brothers. I was like, oh shit, I've been looking for their Red Fox this entire time. And then we stumbled upon their 2 other ones.
Yeah,
I was like, sweet, we got to get this.
Because the 8-man's really popular. Like, I see a lot of people drinking it. Another sip over here.
Yeah, sorry, I was just drinking while you're saying that. No, there's a reason why people are drinking. It's good.
It's good and strong though, eh? Like it definitely is.
I don't notice strong beers anymore. To the sense like a 5 versus the 5.8 I'm drinking, I don't overly notice a difference. It's all good to me. Whether that's a sign for where I need to cut back.
Well, that's a good or a bad thing. It's not here to say. It's called Mikes and Beers, folks.
Mikes and Beers, and we're drinking some good beer and. Good boys.
Fuck yeah, that's what it's all about. And we hope that you guys have subscribed to the podcast. We hope that you've given us a follow on all the social medias and everything as we roll into this. While we are doing this podcast, we have a little game ski that we play. Sometimes we play it, sometimes we don't. that is the official Mikes and Beers drinking game, which you can find the rules for. Where exactly can they find that, Mr. Heel?
That's a great question. Every time we have to talk about that stuff, I always throw it right back at you because I'm like, I don't remember the full website.
So it is PodNeardNetwork.com/Mikes and Beers. If you go on there, you will find all of the rules. Excuse me. Holy crap. The crosscut's coming back to haunt me.
Yeah, wow.
My apologies. You can go on there and find all of the rules. We got a couple different things.
Pretty much the number one thing we do every time we do a plug or shout
Yes.
out, we drink. If you laugh hysterically over something, we drink. If it's a complete screw up, we drink. Pretty much.
We don't do any cuts or any editings in this podcast, so anytime we really fuck up, like, I'm like, shit, that's a drink,
Yeah, it's a waste of time. Why are we going to edit and cut? I mean... Our production team is so low, it's worse than my sperm count. We don't have to really worry about it.
The Mikes and Beers production team is, fuck, man. He is just a fucking loser. And the funny thing is you and I are the only people who know who I'm talking about. And let's just say that it's
still mean.
It's someone. It's still a mean thing for me to say about myself. But anyway, I can say that. Yay!
Yeah, it's just you gotta watch. There's certain times you get to really insult people. And you know what I find is a great time to insult someone?
What's that?
When you're on a trip.
Fuck yeah!
When you're just on a getaway.
Yeah.
With just friends, buddies. Lay into each other. Just go for the throat.
Go for the throat all the time.
Because you're on vacation.
The name of my sex tape.
Kill each other. What's your sex tape?
Actually, that's the name of Brandon's sex tape.
What is
Go
it?
for the throat.
Wow.
Love you, buddy.
That takes on so many meanings. Like a lot of
I
dark
know.
images came to mind.
Not too dark, but just dark enough.
Remember Mackinnon Brothers? We love you. And
I was about to make another. Okay, listen. This is a drinking talk podcast, so we swear, we say offensive shit sometimes. It just is what it is. We're good boys. We're good people.
Go for her throat.
I'm not saying kill.
No, I'm not saying kill her. Just shove something down there and you know.
No, go back and listen to episode 3 of Mikes and Beers, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, he likes to choke.
Yes, he likes the choking. It's okay. We're good, respectful people, you know.
Well, exactly. We were just going to talk about a nice, simple vacation
of course.
trip.
So the heel, Ryan Wood. I need to come up with something else to call you. That's
The heel?
short. Just the heel, I guess.
Well, everybody calls me Woody, but that just will confuse everybody if it's like RW Woody and the heel.
So heel.
Yeah, just
the
the
heel.
heel.
The heel.
If you don't know what it is, watch the product, watch wrestling. Oops, I just lost a couple viewership by saying the word
Why
wrestling.
the fuck did you say wrestling?
It's a dirty
Listen,
word.
the podcast, PodNeard Nation, okay, does not like wrestling.
No?
Let's just know. I'm sorry. We like wrestling, and okay, let me rephrase that. They like wrestling. They just don't like hearing us talk about wrestling.
Hence why we never bring it up.
Yeah. Maybe on Mike's and Beers one day, but as a story for another time.
We got another story to tell.
Yes. So what did we do 2 weekends ago?
Well, I can't share some of that information. It's personal. It was in my own bedroom. What did we do? We went to, I believe, a little town called North Bay, Ontario, Canada, for a cottage trip.
Yay!
I love cottage
You said
trip.
the secret word.
Woo, trip.
Trip. Actually, it was what was the other word you said?
North Bay.
No, it was Bay.
Ontario.
Bay was the secret word.
No, because I hate that abbreviation. It's a stupid word. Bay.
Let's go to the Bay.
No,
Why
like
don't you-
Bay as like before anyone else. That's
Oh.
stupid word.
Bay. Are you my Bay? Can you be my podcast?
My
Bay?
cottage is my Bay.
Can you be my podcast Bay?
No.
Fuck.
We went to a cottage in North Bay on a place called, I think it was Moose Lake, a little tiny little lake within the bush. I mean, the freaking bush of North Bay, like in the goddamn middle of nowhere.
Fucking beautiful there. Oh my god. It's our boy, Dark Runner.
Who?
Dark Runner.
Oh, yeah, he's finally putting content out.
Shout out to Dark Runner for
No,
making the return.
No, I'm not shouting him out. Screw him. But we got to
you
go
love
to his
everybody.
cottage. It
Yes.
was beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing everybody should get to do once a summer, and I hope everybody gets that choice, is go to a cottage out in the friggin' middle of nowhere. There's nothing like being I don't want to sound stupid, but being one with nature, just literally getting away from freaking everything. I mean, there was
Using an outhouse.
Yeah,
okay?
we had to use an outhouse. There was no
Yeah.
really running water. We didn't get the joys of a lot of electricity. We had lights. That's it. You really don't get like your microwave. Like, well, we had our fridges.
We
and
were
whatnot,
able to
but-
cook and
Yeah,
stuff,
you could
you know.
cook, but like you didn't have simple utilities like television, microwave. We didn't have air conditioning units. We didn't have any shit. Like we said, we had to use an outhouse. We didn't get to have the luxury of always washing our hands with soap. We had to use hand sanitizer sometimes. Go to the lake and pee in the lake.
Yeah, and I mean, when we say outhouse, I mean they have a fine outhouse. Let's just say that right
But you
away.
still shit outside.
You do not flush when you are done. That's just the reality situation. But it's something that and then was what you were saying. Like, there's no cell service out there as well. Which
it was amazing.
for me, because I am so I'm the social media guru for PodNeard Network and everything. So I'm always on social media. I'm always on my fucking phone. Like probably at least 2 times an hour, at least looking at social media, seeing what's going on, tweeting or whatever. And for me to have, it was probably about 52 hours in total, where I did not have my phone. I had no service.
Yep.
It was a blessing. And as the heel was saying, I hope everybody got the opportunity to do something like that this past summer, because I felt recharged afterwards. I felt so
for
good.
sure. And like we had the opportunity to not just go with just me and you and Dark Runner. It was 14 of like our entire group. Some people you may recognize. We had Prog Rocker out there. We had our producer Brandon Bowden on, or not on, but we had him at the cottage. And it was one of those events where, well, I don't want to say it was all about drinking, but hey, we probably polished off 200 cans of alcohol between 14 people. That's not actually a lot. I'm sure we drank more because
We drank a lot more than that. We drank way too much.
because I know myself,
But in a good way.
I polished off my 2.4 of Tall Boys and Blue, and then my 6 Tall Boys of Bud Light Lime. Make fun of me for drinking that, but that's a great hangover.
That's a
cure.
great beer.
Well, it's a hangover. When I'm waking up at 9 in the morning and it's starting to get hot out, I can go sit in the lake with my headache and drink a beer already. I'm like, beauty.
Oh man. So I hadn't been up to this cottage since I was like a kid. And I was really, really looking forward to it the second we got there. Like, I was stressed out. I was tired from the trip. And the second I saw that lake, I just went, fuck. It was dark, getting dark out. And I'm like, I guess we'll go swimming tomorrow. And Dark Runner was like, why wait?
Yeah.
And I look and all I see is Brandon and Mr. Justin Andrews, who was actually the first guest on Mikes and Beers.
Yep.
They're out in the lake drinking
Yeah.
beer. And I was like, what? He's like, dude, this is what we do here. Like, and I was like, fuck. So I immediately, within 10 minutes of being in that place, I was in the water. Beautiful temperature, crystal clear.
It was so nice. Even when it was raining a little bit, it still felt great.
So good. Even at night.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I walk out to the boys and I get in the lake fully, and Sam goes off and does her thing. And Brandon and Justin just each hand me a cold beer.
Yep.
And they're like, you got to catch up. Let's get going. And 10 minutes in, I was probably already 4 beers in. Just sitting in a lake drinking beer with my buddies.
Yeah, and that was the nice difference between going to a cottage weekend or like I've had people I know that they actually got to do cool weekends like going to Niagara. Some of them went to Ottawa. Some people just did, or they went overseas and they had their different times. But with more like the weekend trips to Niagara, Ottawa, Kingston, they were more about partying, getting hammered. Where I felt like, yeah, we somewhat did the same, but there's a really different feel when it comes to drinking. When it comes to partying at night, going out to a club, a bar, or whatnot, versus all day drinking outside in the fresh air in a lake. That's why I felt like, yeah, we polished off a lot of beers, but no one was obliterated. No one was
for sure.
rambunctious
No,
or
not
like acting stupid. It was just such a good feeling between everybody. It was
so good. And I mean,
wonderful.
I know that the funniest part about the whole weekend, I showed up with a 6-pack.
Yeah.
And Brandon was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, this is what I'm drinking this weekend. And he was like, no, you're not. You're going to have to go into town tomorrow and get more beer.
Yep.
I was like, all right. So I drank that night and then drank more beer that they had. And then I showed up the next night with a 24 Moosehead.
Yep.
And that was all gone. And I know I had to have drank at least 10 other of Brandon's beers. I had to have.
And that's why he was a goddamn saint. This was the only time and this is a do. One of our do's and don'ts. We're going to get into a further
we're gonna
list.
do that. We're going to do that.
But one of our do's that he did, because he had an extra beer from a wedding, don't need to go into that. He just had extra beer. He brought so much extra because he knows he can't drink it alone. His family can't drink it all themselves. He shared. He shared with the less fortunate. That's a huge drinking
just
dude.
me,
God bless you, son. We polished off easily, probably 2.24s, in the sense
least.
of it was a combination of Coors Light, Molson Canadian, Palm Bays, and something else. So everybody got to have some. It wasn't just the guys getting beers.
Yeah.
The girls got to have some things. Because you thought that was the best part of the weekend or one of the funniest things. Nah, I don't. Meh. No. What was great about that weekend, a little piggish answer, but what was fun, it just showed the openness and the friendship that we all had. The group of 14 was split down the middle.
Yes. I'm glad you brought it up because I wanted to talk about it.
7 guys, 7 girls.
Yes.
And most of them are all in relationships, including both of us.
Yeah.
One of our girls there had never gone or 2 of our girls there had never gone skinny dipping before. So I know what you guys are thinking. They're like, oh, these guys. Oh, sorry. Let me split up.
Some beers, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me split the answers up. If somehow we do have girl listeners, like, oh, pigs.
I don't think we do, but
we're going to talk about tits and ass and saying them. And the guys are like, sweet, describe their bodies.
I want to talk about vaginas.
We didn't get that opportunity because they did it in pitch black.
Yes.
But it was cool. Like, I'm glad they had
They
their
did it
friendship.
as respectfully as possible.
Yeah, we had the lights off. We weren't checking them out because, again,
We're all friends.
That's our
We're all friends.
that's our buddies' girlfriends. But which was nice is we were in a comfort zone because even the girls were coming up holding themselves, some naked, some within the towels, and we were helping each other out. It wasn't about trying to be drunk and like being flirtatious. It was like, yeah, that's what made it such a fun weekend with people. I'd rather have that than just being with a bunch of randoms and getting the opportunity to see tits. Yeah.
Just being so rambunctious you can't.
Yeah,
I mean, for
fuck
God's
that.
sakes, when we...
Too old for that.
Yeah, no, fuck yeah. Cheers to that. I'm
Yeah,
too old
cheers
for
to
shit.
that.
Fuck.
We're having a good time at a bloody cottage watching girls. Now, what I laughed the most at, because again, it is actually pitch black. There is no light pollution, no nothing. So these poor girls are trying to find their way back up the cottage, and it's not the closest to walk. So
You come up from the water, you come up on the sand, you come up on the dock, the little dock,
Yeah.
and you have to walk
there's
to
a
the door.
lot of tripping hazards. So I don't blame that we had to go help some of them, and again, being respectful. But that to me was a good moment. It was just kind of funny because you could hear them scream probably from miles.
Because of course, my ass. Well, what was funnier was, well, not funny, but what was funny was during that day, myself, you, and the Brotherhood of the Council of the Elders, which is, of course, the 2 of us, Miss Brandon.
Basically everybody we've had on the PodNeard Network.
Plus our buddy Breeze, who we've never had on the show before.
He's
Probably
a loser.
never will.
Nah,
No. Love you, Breezy. But it's 7 of us.
Yep.
I went out with the girls and I believe Dark Runner to they had this little floaty thing.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was like
awesome.
It was a big floating ring with just like a pool of water in the middle, and you just sat there on like lazy flotation chairs. It was
So awesome.
It was just floating raft of awesomeness.
So good. And we all went out there to chill. And then all of a sudden you, Justin, the producer, and who else?
Breeze.
No, Breeze came later.
No, I came later. Me and Justin were the last 2 to come in.
Were you?
Yeah.
Whatever.
And it was just a simple thing. It was a joke to really just have the guys have their moment. We just all got around in a circle and it was shooting the shit, but just to make it fun, it was the Brotherhood of the
Brotherhood of the Council of the Elders, but it wasn't that. That's not what I'm talking about. We all got together, but this was another time that day where it was a really nice. I think it was the Sunday. I want to say Saturday. I'm there, and then all of a sudden you, Justin, and Brandon just float by on these little floaties, and of course prog rocker.
The beer. What was it? It was just like
it was just a float.
Yeah, the float.
Brandon's like, we're going for a float, and I'm like, oh. What's the float? He's like, grab a floaty. So I grab a floaty.
It was basically a couple of grown ass men close to their 30s getting like a full flotation
case
device.
of beer, basically.
Yeah, in a little floaty that stood up, and we all just had our floaties, and we just sailed out to the middle of the lake and just
literally the middle of the lake, and we're just drinking, we're singing songs, we're hooting and hollering, having a good time. We're all talking in accents. Yeah. Just a great fucking time. And the best part about it was I was fucking done. Like I was hammered.
Oh yeah, we were all
by the time we got
tipsy
back.
or drunk, and
then we all had a fucking nap.
Oh yeah,
and then we did it again.
Nap and munchies in you, because that was the beauty part of all day drinking. That's why when I was actually going to try to meet up with a friend this weekend on Labor Day weekend, and she was like, "Oh, I don't really want to go out. I don't go out anymore." And I just kind of thought, "Oh, this girl was your typical party girl. Get drunk, go to the club, make sure she showed a lot of skin, danced her ass off, and have a good time, pick up." Now I asked her, I'm like, "Oh, what changed? I haven't talked to you in a while, but what changed?" She's like, "Oh, I feel too old for it now. And I'm like, that's a great answer. Cause you know what? Fuck doing that half the time. That's why I would have taken that cottage trip over a weekend in Toronto with a bunch of
people
like,
oh yeah,
girls.
let's go to this music festival and see a bunch of tits and listen to some EDM music. And I'm like, I'm so good, thanks.
Yeah, I know. Even if it was my favorite like type of music, or if like we got to go to like this cool club and it was like, or even a strip club, I'm like, no, I'm not about that anymore.
Not happening.
That's why you know what?
Good.
I'm good with aging. I'm accepting it. It's lovely.
I am as well.
Yeah, and I think that's a do. We should add that to the list.
Fuck
of
yeah,
drinking.
that is a do.
Understand your age, because you know what? Age is just a number in a lot of cases. But if you're like, we're around in our 30s, don't think that you can go to the club that, you know, you see your 19-year-old to 22-year-olds and just jump in and be like, yeah, man, I'm here to party.
I'm 20 again. It's like, no, that's lame, man. That's lame. Don't do that.
Be within your own age, your maturity level. Have fun. If that's really what you like to do, then, I mean, we're not going to stop you. I'm not going to fully make fun of you. I'd be like, try other shit.
I mean, sometimes it's cool to see someone who's older trying to have a good time. I respect the fuck out of that.
I know there's a bar in Kingston. I used to go out to school there, Kingston, Ontario, Canada. Went to the Grizz. The Grizz is known as a cougar bar. Older ladies like to go, but hey, you know what? One of my favorite times I got to dance with a group of girls, probably in their mid-30s to early 40s. And it was sweet. We just had a couple of drinks with them. It was no grinding. It was no like trying to pick up, take back. It wasn't overly
sexual or anything.
No, it was just a good time. Just a lot of laughing, a lot of just dancing, silliness. That's how it should be now. That's a good drinking do and don't. Just remember that. If you don't know why I'm saying drinking do's and don'ts, if you listen to our last podcast, I said I want to make that a weekly thing because it's a sad thing, Teej. There's not a lot of people who know what to do when they're drinking.
What to do and what not to do right here on this little segment we like to call Drinking Do's and Don'ts.
Dun, 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 dun. Do.
No, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't need a freaking
put something in post. I don't know. I'll figure
whatever.
something out.
Do you have a, like, because I've been saying a few drinking do's and don'ts. Do you have anything that you would?
I mean, for me, as far as a don't, do not ever, and this is actually somewhat of a serious one for me, because sometimes I like to be serious, you know. I'm a broadcast journalist, you know. Mm-hmm. Do not pressure people into doing anything. What I mean by that is I've been in this situation, and I don't like it. I get really fucking pissed off. Is if I'm drinking and I'm at my limit, I'm done, I'm tapping out, I'm good for the night. I'm not quite drunk, because I like getting to that point where I'm just drunk and I'm good. Any more than that, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to feel like crap. So for me, it's do not ever pressure people. Do not be that person. Oh, drink more. Come on. I just don't. More. I mean, don't get me wrong. If your friend drinks like 2 beers and you want to see them let loose a little more and have a little bit of a better time, I think that's okay.
Yeah, there's a limit to what you said. Yeah. Like, you can be like, hey man, no, bro, I got an extra beer.
And have another beer. Like, that's fine. But
and
it's
if
like,
he says,
don't be a pussy. Come on.
Yeah, because if he gives that hard no, be like, all right, man, whatever. If you don't want to bitch, and then you joke, ha ha ha, but you don't push it anymore. You just drop it.
You just and just do not bash on people for it. Don't, because like some people don't. Some people don't like to drink. Hell, even if you got a friend who doesn't like to drink. Yeah. I mean, they're not going to come on this podcast, but it's just, no. This is what it is.
They're not welcome here by
They're
any
not welcome on mics and beers, but it's just, I guess my point is don't push that person. If you have a friend who, maybe you have a friend who doesn't like to drink at all, you know, don't push them. If you're like, oh, come on, have a beer. No, I don't want to. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Like, that's lame.
Yeah. See,
especially at our age. Like, don't do that shit.
It's sad. I'm guilty of that.
I know you are. That's why I said it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I just, sometimes he makes me do things.
I'm guilty of it sometimes. Like, because I know
drunk you is guilty of it.
Oh, drunk me's bad.
The heel sober would never ever pressure anyone to do anything. Very respectful, great guy. Drunk, like I'm talking drunk.
Yeah,
drunk.
like plastered Ryan.
Plastered the heel is a dick.
Oh yeah, he can. Majority of the time he's a dick,
and it usually happens to my fiance.
No, oh yeah, it's
happened like once.
We've told multiple stories. Like, told your fiance if you break any of my drinking rules games, you're taking your top off. Yeah. You didn't appreciate that. But hey, check out that story on a previous podcast. Yes. Or how I've stopped you basically from getting laid. Check that out on a previous podcast. Basically, if you go through all of our podcasts, you're going to hear all the stories where I was a complete asshole to my co-host.
Just drunk the heel, you know, is what it is. But I just, that's something for me that is a big one. However, something that you should always do. Ooh. Be respectful and be supportive of your fellow drinking. I don't know why I'm going so serious.
You're so bloody lame.
Like, if you've got a friend who is maybe, they're having a moment. You know what I mean? They're having a moment.
Yeah.
They've been drinking. Because we all have that friend
We got too many of them.
they drink a few and then they start going,
It's the heart-to-hearters.
woe is me. Yeah, let them have their heart-to-heart moment.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy who's like, oh, come on, man, don't be...
Piss off and have another drink. Get over your dick.
Yeah, it's like, no, like sometimes you got to let them have their vent. Let them have their...
Then you get to go back to having fun.
Yes, that's all I'm saying. And leading into that, always do whatever you want to do to have fun. If you want to get drunk and sit around and play fucking Mario Kart, do it. Fuck if there's someone there going, oh no, man, we gotta do this.
We gotta do flip cup.
Yeah, ugh.
You get a cup and you smash it in their face and be like, you fuck off. Red
Fuck
Solo,
you.
motherfucker.
Red Solo might ass. What's that red stuff come out of your face? Ugh. But I don't know. I'm all about just people have a good time. Yeah. That's my biggest do. Is just have a good time. Whatever. If you're, if you want to get drunk and sit on a couch and just watch people do shit. Because I'm like that sometimes. I just like to sit back and just...
Yeah, and you are lame.
Yeah, I know. And people are like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. I'm just relaxing. Fuck. Like, I'm the guy who I like to get a few beers, sit and do a podcast, and then just... Like, when we're done this, I'm going to probably have another couple beers, and I'm going to fucking sit and just chill, and it's going to be great.
Chill, Netflix and chill.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't necessarily need to, go crazy and fucking... I don't know. Go to a strip club or something. I don't know. What do people do? I don't know what people do.
You pay to watch naked ladies where the internet's free.
Yeah, the internet's free.
Don't even get me started on strip clubs.
Let's just see episode 3.
Oh, yeah, probably.
See episode 3.
See, I'm not going to go serious with my shit. I'm thinking big drinking do and don't. I'll start with a don't. Don't let anybody make you the beer bitch.
Yeah.
Because you know what? There's a simple rule to the beer bitch. You get to be one if it's according to a rule in a game. So card games like King's Cup is famous for this. You can make somebody a beer bitch. What that means, every time the person who draws the card, or who makes the rule, he makes someone a beer bitch, that means every time he tells that person to go get him a drink, that bitch has to go get him a drink. However, what I'm saying, don't become one. There's a lot of idiots when they start drinking and they get lazy and they don't want to just get off their asses and leave the social scene. Don't fetch that motherfucker a beer. Don't be the dog. Don't fetch him shit. Oh, you
Fuck
make
them.
it.
Let them go get it themselves.
Yeah, you can do it once in a while, but then you better go to his ass in another hour after you're done your beer and be like, hey, man, can you go get me a beer?
Hey, bitch, go get me a beer.
And if he says, no, man, you go get it yourself, say, okay, and you don't do that.
Fight him.
Don't.
Fucking headbutt him right there.
That's a huge don't.
Fight. Yeah.
That's
Is that a don't?
Oh, my
Is
God.
that
Don't fight. Don't be an idiot. Not at our age,
That's
man.
why Hodder doesn't drink whiskey anymore.
Yeah, whiskey makes bad people. Because
Whiskey makes Hodder do bad things.
Because when it comes to the beer bitch, it's a do and a don't. Be a person who's going to be nice and get someone a beer, not fetch. Just once in a while, it's like
for sure.
You're going to the fridge yourself, and you're like, "Hey, Jim, hey, beer getting empty? Yeah, man. Hey, you want another one? Yeah, sure. Okay, Jim, I got
Is
you."
that how Jim sounds?
I don't know why I switched his thing, but if Jim's just like, "Yo, man, give me another one, man, give me another one," and he's just being an idiot,
No,
like,
for sure.
Don't F off.
I think asking respectively is okay. Like, I'm that guy. I'm guilty of it. Well, like, if I'm sitting down having a good time, someone's going to the fridge anyway, I might be like, hey, Heel, you mind grabbing another beer, man?
Yeah, sure, buddy.
And then, next thing you know, you throw it at my face. Like, fuck you. No. But, like, it's just, I think that's okay, but I totally agree with you.
Yeah, no, it's simple. I'm trying to think of other ones. Like, in my head, I actually have one. I'll just say it. It's a huge drinking don't pour a drink over anybody's head.
Fuck, that's so dumb.
And it's silly because I was just thinking of drinking stories of what makes me think of do's and don'ts. That one actually popped in my head while I'm thinking of stuff to talk about for this podcast. Because one of our buddies, he I don't know if he'll ever be on here, but he ended up just randomly, a girl was talking to him, and I don't know what was really said. She just sat on the chair. He came up right behind her with a big stupid smile on his face and poured a whole mixed drink over her head. This poor girl was fucking mortified because it's, again, I think it was Coke and rum. He's famous for that. I don't even want to know what goes through a person's mind to think that's not okay, but thinks it's a joke. Because this poor girl was fucking mortified. And
she was.
Shitty enough, I was seeing her at the time, so I have to leave the party and make sure she's okay. And I'm basically stopping her from getting a knife and slitting his throat. And a part of me wanted to be like, go kill him. He just fucking
Do it. Fuck him.
Because not only did he just dump a drink over her head, getting her, she looked good. Like, she had nice clothes on. She had her face. She looked good. You wasted a whole freaking drink. He had a full alcoholic beverage. If I'm yelling, sorry. He wasted a full drink, kids.
That is a big don't.
Don't waste alcohol, and don't dump it on people, let alone dump it down a drain because I don't want to finish it because I think that's stupid
That's
in its
lame.
own right.
Just finish it.
If you make a drink, pace yourself, and then you can finish it later, but don't waste booze because booze is money. But for the love of God, I can't believe I even have to say this. Don't drop it on people because that's not the first time I've seen it. I just don't really care or know the people who did it before, but one of my good buddies did it to a girl I was seeing. I was like, motherfucker.
Don't fucking do that. Something else on that same note you should not do. Don't fuck with people you don't really know when they've passed out.
Don't fuck with people at all when they're passed out.
Let me say this real quick. If let's say you and me and the boys or whatever, we're hanging out, we're drinking, and we say, okay, guys, first one who passes out
Dies.
they get penises drawn on their face. I think that's fine.
No, it's
what
not.
I mean. I think that's okay. There's all these permanent marks.
No, because you assholes did it to me one time, and I had to tell you guys. You tried to, and I said I had a funeral the next day I had to fucking go to.
Okay, well, that wasn't me.
No, it was you and Garrett. Because you tried to nozzle me with the Twizzler, and then you were going to get like...
What the fuck are you talking about?
I remember it was the party in Oshawa. Don't look at me like this. Kids, he's a liar.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I'm not.
you're a
Hey,
dirty rotten
I'll
liar.
own up to it.
I'll never forget that
okay,
day.
I'll say it was me.
Because friggin' Dark Runner dickhead was trying to get the marker out, and TJ dickhead over here tried to put a Twizzler up my nose.
Okay, well, I didn't know what he was doing.
You were a part of it!
I was just putting the Twizzler up your nose. I don't even have any excuse. I'm sorry. Hey.
I'm sorry, I'm worked up.
I'm sorry. Give me your
okay,
hand.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
okay?
let's just
I am really
let's just
sorry.
have a beer.
I got to open another one.
You finished?
Where are you at? Yeah, that was a good fucking beer, dude.
I don't shut up, so this is my problem with drinking. It takes me a longer time to drink. I don't shut up to drink it.
Well, before we crack another beer, we're actually going to take a quick second here to talk about our good friend, Mr. Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Alerts.
All right, guys, let's say hypothetically here for a second that you have a business, you're in a band, you're a podcaster like me, you have a YouTube show, and you need some awesome new merch, business cards, logos, even maybe some t-shirts done up. Well, you need to look no further than my man, Mr. Jason Reese, over at Jaybird Digital Arts. Starting right now on this podcast today, Jason is offering a special 10% off discount just for listeners of The Hodder Show when you mention The Hodder Show upon contacting him. But what exactly does he do? Well, Jason does t-shirts, posters, album design, tickets, photo manipulation. You guys still with me? Advertising, business stationery, mailers, brochures, fine art, and anything else you can imagine, Jaybird Digital Arts can create it. Jason's done all of the t-shirts, logos, banners, and all social media stuff for both The Hodder Show and for Hodder Guitar Services, so I can promise that you will love and be inspired by what Jason comes up with. You can contact him on the web at www.jaybird, that's Jaybird, digitalarts.com, or you can search for him on Facebook and Instagram under the Jaybird Digital Arts handle. Search hashtag Jaybird Digital Arts for a look at all of his awesome and unique work.
And we're back with...
Oh, that sounded much better.
So good. All right.
Oh my God.
Cheers.
Wow,
Cheers to the harmonies.
I was going to say, that almost sounded good.
I can harmonize with anybody. Let me just throw that out there real quick. All right, here we go. So this is...
Our new beers. It's almost like a halftime break. We had to take a halftime break to sponsor great man Jason Reese of Digital
Jaybird Digital Arts.
Jesus,
it's okay. That's why the heel doesn't do the spots.
Ryan, I shouldn't drink anymore. One day, absolutely, when I'm actually coherent and smart. But halftime's over, so it's time to bring on the second part of the show, and the second part of the show starts with
2 new beers.
Hey,
or some new beers, depending on how much we're drinking. So, what are you drinking?
A beer.
Cool. So I'm drinking.
Well, I've opened my second beer. It is actually from Cameron's Brewing Company from Oakville, Ontario, Canada. Every time I say someone's address, I want to do the Mick Foley thumb.
Oakville, Ontario, Canada.
And it's called Captain's Log Lager, 5% beer, golden lager. I've actually never really had golden lagers. It just had a cool can, lighthouse, captain on the front. It was like, sweet. That's a cool
Looks
name.
like it's a cool can.
Hey, Captain's Log, it's simple. Shit, you want to get me? Simple design, simple name. Doesn't have to be catchy. Doesn't have to be super extravagant. Just get me.
Sea Bear Runner.
Sea Bear Runner from North Bay Brewing Company. There's a group. Shout out to them. Oops, got a drink.
I'll drink with you.
Because I did a shout out.
So how is the golden lager?
I don't know what a golden lager is, but it tastes good.
There you go.
I don't notice a difference between any other lager, so I'm going to give this one a huge thumbs up. Good job, Captain's Log. I'm going to write whatever the hell today's date is. Captain's Log number 1. Good beer.
The Heels Log.
It's got the Heels seal of approval. And what are you drinking, good sir?
So, me personally, I am enjoying from Muskoka Brewery in Muskoka, Ontario.
In Muskoka.
In Muskoka, known for the Muskoka chairs, which if you guys are not familiar with that, you can look it up on Google or whatever. I am drinking an all-natural, premium, and pure, unfiltered craft lager. It is 4.8%, and it is exceptionally smooth and has a great fucking taste. It's real. I really like it. It's really good.
We scored some good ones.
Yeah, we did.
There's been times where, believe it or not, we don't always bring out the beers that we're going to, do our, what we call, this is the beer case. I know it's a little stupid play on words.
We did the whole episode last week.
Not a showcase. It's a beer case. We got to test them because there's obviously going to be beers that we don't overly like. We can stomach through some of them, but it's not that we don't want to promote them. However, I'm not going to drink a full tall boy of something I really don't like.
We're not going to support if we don't like it. This is what it is.
So we're getting lucky because these aren't beers that we're just like, yeah, this is okay. I can get through this. This is all right. These are good beers. Mackinnon Brothers, good beers. Muskoka Brewing Company, good beer. Cameron's Brewing Company from Oakville, good beer. That's pretty much it.
It makes it easy. It
makes it way easier to get through.
Makes it easy when they're fucking good and we don't have to lie. Because there's nothing I hate more than people who lie on a podcast. Which, by the way, if you guys vape, you should check out them. Haha.
Want to hear lies? Go listen to every podcast known to man. Now,
I was about to make a really bad joke. Anyway, sorry. Now.
Well, see, we're talking beers.
Yes.
We all like beers.
I love beer.
Do you think beers are an acceptable birthday gift?
Oh, fuck yeah.
They have to be. That was one of my favorite Christmas gifts of all time, let alone birthday gift. Getting beer, alcohol for a birthday, simple. The LCBO is your go-to birthday shopping. For anybody over the age of 19, I may add. Only above the age of 19.
Yes, you should not drink if you're under the age of 19, just saying.
For American listeners, that sucks for you guys. 21, losers.
Loser.
But hey, we love you. Thank you for the support. But, 19, 21. That's all I really got to say about that. That's what you get for a birthday gift.
Fucking best birthday gift. And you know what is interesting about that, Heel, is that, this time next week,
it's somebody's
birthday. I wonder who that is.
I couldn't tell you. All right, next topic.
Some wanker.
It's yours.
It's mine.
You're going to be old.
I'm going to be fucking 27.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. You're going to be old. You're going to be my age.
Haha, you're the old man here.
Yeah, good job catching up. But age is just a number, even though we talk about do's and don'ts. So we're, age is still a number. So welcome. Welcome 27. According to the music world, we're fucked.
I'm going to die this year for sure. 100 fucking percent.
This is just a year we have to get through and get to 28.
Fuck yeah.
We'll be
Here's
fine.
To that, buddy. Here's to get through to 28.
Do you have any plans for your birthday?
Well, see, here's what we're doing, right? Is we, on my actual birthday, that night,
Yep.
we're having some people over.
I'm not even invited, thanks.
See, if you would check Facebook, you were.
Oh, I know.
See, here's what the problem. Here's the fucking problem with Facebook events. Okay, no one fucking looks at them. There's been a couple people who have said I mentioned it, and they're like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, what? And they're like, well, I don't want to be awkward, but I didn't get invited. And I'm like, yes, you were. I invited you. Fucking look at it.
I think you just went supersonic.
I went Super Saiyan for about 5 seconds.
Oh my god, your hair went blue.
Dude.
But it gets annoying because I'm sure that you and Sam are trying to plan just a nice event for yourself. And if people aren't responding, you don't know numbers, things get frickety fucky. That doesn't make a good birthday.
Hashtag friggity fucky.
Pretty much. When things get frickety fucky, how do you have a good time?
Friggity fuck's going to be the name of this episode. Friggity fucky. No,
but let's just say I did see it.
Yes.
Let's say I clicked the invite button or the accepted button because I didn't do that because it pretty much guaranteed I'm going to be there.
I know you're going to be there. I know that there is a good chance you're going to show up.
There's almost a 99% chance.
If there's beer and people, you'll be there.
Pretty much. I really don't need another reason to come.
They call him Boozenheimer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's sadly enough my gamer tag. I don't know why I came up with that. I was just like Boozenheimer.
I don't know why
that's
either.
Funny. I'm
it's
not
a
even
solid name,
I'm not even German.
I ain't even German.
So if you're planning, we got a nice party on the way.
I do. And I mean, at this party, we're going to be doing a few things. We're going to be doing a few things. And nothing extremely, I'm old. So, I worked that morning too, which really fucking sucks. I really wish I didn't have to, but it is what it is. So I'll be up at like 5 a.m. that morning. So.
But not to mention, if you look where we are on the map, you would be like, wow, they literally don't have any options.
Yeah, we literally, we're going to come over. Everyone's going to come to my place, and we're gonna hang out. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to have some snack food.
Awesome.
We're going to have some flip cup and beer pong outside, probably. We're going to have a
live
music. What do you meme?
Ooh, I like
set
that
up.
game.
We're probably going to have some Mario Kart or something going.
Great
you
game.
know what I mean? So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be relaxed. You know what I mean? But there's got to be other stuff to make a good party/birthday.
Jello wrestling. Guy on guy Jello wrestling.
Guy on guy Jello wrestling.
Because
that's the name of this podcast, by the way.
Guy on guy
Jello wrestling. I'm putting that in my notes right now.
Yeah,
guy on guy Jello wrestling.
2018.
Yeah,
That's a
2018,
common theme, bro. Common theme every time. I don't know what we say it. 2018.
People are going to see the name of this podcast and go, "What the fuck is that podcast about?" Now you know.
Guy on guy Jello wrestling. Well, I had a problem with Jello wrestling, but that's a totally different time. But what can make a birthday
party? You have a
party
problem with Jello wrestling?
It's what a waste of Jello.
Okay, fair enough.
That's food.
Okay.
Eat it.
Yeah, I got you.
But eat it afterwards. Not when sweaty people are all in it, but they're hot ladies. Sweaty hot ladies.
What about hot, sweaty guys? Okay, it's
sweaty
2018,
people,
bro.
Sweaty people. There's sweat in my food.
It's people kind.
In my food.
Shout outs to our Prime Minister. Anyway. So what? Okay, we're not going to talk about Justin Trudeau. So what?
Food
is so fucking... What kind of food, though?
Ooh. How long of a part? Give me so it depends on the time.
4 hours.
4 hours, depending on the time. If you had like a mid-afternoon.
That's a lame party, 6 hours.
6 hours in the afternoon, gotta have a barbecue.
Fuck yeah.
I'm thinking barbecue's a must. You gotta have your burgers, your dogs, your potato salad, your macaroni salad.
Your sausages.
Chips, you gotta have your good condiments. It's just a fun little
Potato
barbecue.
salad.
I just said
Did you say potato salad? I didn't hear salad. Sometimes when you talk, it doesn't register in my brain.
No, it's good. I don't even know why I'm here. Why that? 49%, ladies and gentlemen.
What about
doesn't mean
coleslaw?
shit.
Did you say coleslaw?
No, I didn't, but coleslaw's a good one.
Coleslaw's a great
Caesar
one.
salad.
I love coleslaw. Caesar salad.
And then if you go into the dinner, you can go out. By all means, go out. You gotta have what we like to call in the industry of drinking a base. You gotta get a base of food. Popcorn and chips, don't do it solely. You can't rely on that shit. So, hey, food's a must. Gotta be the right one to give you a good solid base to soak up that beer.
It's so true.
Oh, pardon me.
I mean, even me personally, I had Subway before I started drinking this beer because I knew I'd really eaten all day. And I was like, I'm going to be fucking drunk after 2 beers. Like, I need to get some food in me.
And that's brilliant. Every time I used to go out to different colleges, visit buddies, go drinking, that was my staple. Get a chicken teriyaki sub, get that nice base of bread and meat into me. Boom.
Yeah, good to go. I have myself a nice cold cut. You can get the Hodder special, which is Italian cheese bread with lettuce, pickle, salt and pepper, mayo.
Works.
Fucking solid.
If it wasn't for the cold cuts, would probably give me colon cancer. I'd love that shit every day.
Yeah, same. I love that shit. Not the colon cancer so much. But
No, by all means, no. I don't want anything up my ass looking for other things.
That's going to be the name of your sex tape.
Going up my ass looking for
other
things.
Hashtag going up my ass looking for other things.
So I definitely...
It's trending.
Definitely a food's a staple. Can you think of anything to top, not even just to go with it, top it?
For me,
come at me, bro.
If we're having a good party,
What's a good party?
I think there needs to be good party music. And what I mean by
It's
that,
gonna be a fight.
I'm not saying, because I'm, you know me.
You're a metal
You guys, I'm a metal rock guy. But when I'm at a party, obviously I'm not going to be like, oh, put on some Lamb of God. It's like, I want to listen to some good times. I want to listen to some good rock and roll. I want to listen to even maybe some old school country stuff.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what old school country is? Give me
Yeah,
a
it's
name.
3 chords in depression. That's
Give me a name.
old school country.
Yeah.
You're
And don't say
you're-
Johnny Cash.
No, you're Waylon Jennings. You're,
Oh, wow. You know one.
I actually know my country a little bit.
See, when people are like, oh, I listen to old country, I'm like, oh, man, you like Conway Twitty.
I was gonna say Conway.
And you know what?
Yo, man,
Motherfuckers say who?
fucking Conway Twitty was a fucking champ.
He was a champ, but that's old school country. You can't listen to...
It's just make believe.
Everybody's just now, their party lever has been turned off. The volume's been turned
Sorry,
down.
but when Conway Twitty comes on,
because
it's
that's
not a
old
party.
country.
Yeah.
That's old country. So old country can't go to the party. It's the
That's
new
true.
wave
I guess
country.
new country. I guess then
It's that pop style music that, people are like, that's not
What
country,
about
but
what
that's
about like
party
more
music.
upbeat, like Hank Williams and shit like that? Like there's some of it.
Name, if you can tell me a party where you've heard Hank Williams on the radio with
Fair enough.
Because you know what I can picture?
Not, okay, Hank Williams 3
Hank Williams Jr.
or Junior. That's what I'm thinking of.
People like the Luke Bryan. They like those kind of people.
As much as I'm not a huge fan of new country, I will agree that when Luke Bryan comes on, I'm having a good time.
It's that
The
style.
first record, that is.
It's that style of people. I don't care. You want to make fun of country people like, oh, it's about my tractor breaking down, my wife leaving, and my dog dying. And let's get into it just a little bit. Birthday talks lead to birthday fights.
For me, girl, shake it for me, girl, shake it for me.
You are brutal because you're the first one. You metalheads are the first guys to be like, fuck country music, metal.
Yeah.
I'll do metal right now. Talk to the metal side.
That was the lamest.
Because
actually, it's
that sounds like.
hang on.
People are sleeping, right? I hope you woke up your girlfriend. And I'm not making fun of metal music. It's just funny when you talk about party music, most genres are the first one to attack country.
I'm sorry, that's
and
so
yet,
long, guys.
country music is one of the best birthday party drinking music.
It is. It's
You got nothing on country music, you stupid ass metalheads. You got nothing.
See, if I'm at a party, you know who I put on a lot at parties and people always love it is Outshined.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Yo, fuck you.
Nice plug, Jack.
Fuck you. Starts to Outshine. I'll take a drink.
Nice plug. Hey, did they win Rock Search? Ooh, tough topic.
Yo, they should have.
No, they shouldn't have.
I mean, shouts to who won? I don't remember who won. They were good though. They were really good.
Hey, my birthday wish was Outshine didn't win Rock Search.
Yo, fuck you.
Nah, they're good. They're good guys.
But like I don't know. Like what else makes good? What were you saying about birthday fights?
Oh, it was just a joke because music will start fights at a party.
What makes a good birthday party? Fights. Good.
Yeah, oh my
What makes
God.
a good party? Almost throwing one of your best friends off a deck. That's what makes a good.
You know what's sad? It's just even at a birthday party, you get drama. It's stupid.
Yeah,
But
don't do drama.
We got food and music.
Good party, no fucking drama.
Yeah, absolutely no drama. And depending on the person, numbers. For me, I love it when an entire monstrosity of a group that I like and enjoy, I like that social atmosphere. I can just jump to little section, and have a great
I say
time.
like 15 to 20 people
is beautiful.
is good.
Oh, it's amazing.
Any more than that, people are gonna get left out. You're gonna miss people.
Exactly. So big parties, it's almost too much of I don't want to use the word festival. It's just too much. But little, it's like, okay, it's just a landline party. It's just a simple, let's jerk each other off and just have a few beers.
Whoa. Wow. What party is that?
I've had a couple where it's just like our buddy just like, hey man, it's just me, so-and-so and so-and-so having a couple of beers. Come down and get drunk with us. So 4 dudes are just going to sit around a table, shoot the shit.
Yeah. See, like, I think that's fun, though.
It can be.
That's what this podcast literally is.
It can be fun, but for this is birthday party. This is celebration.
Yeah, that's true. I fully.
Another year.
This is pandemonium.
I am not fucking celebrating with 3 dudes just talking about stupid shit like, so
anyway, this girl.
Brittany won't talk to me, and Samantha, I totally fucked.
You know what's really interesting about bridges is that bridges sometimes can be built with suspension cables, and they can be held up by at least 7 of them. And these cables, even though they look small, they can hold up to 10,000 tons.
Ew.
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 Just ew.
I don't know who impersonating, but I like
Jimmy Fallon. He has that skit where it's like, ew.
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 Yeah, so, okay, food, music, population. It depends on the people. Like I got more of a piggish mentality where I like it when there's more women. I'm sorry, I'm a straight individual. I do love it when women are at the party.
I heard you said you apologize for being straight.
No. I apologize for being.
I know. You.
Yeah.
I wanted to call you.
I apologize for just being a.
I'm sorry. I'm straight. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm being a pig. Because I like when there's more women. It's not that.
But you're not in the sense of you're like hitting on everybody.
No.
You like to have fun.
I'm not a flirtatious creep. I just connect easier with
No,
women.
I'm just kidding.
I'm flirtatious, not a creep. You can admit that we have someone like that. Took that slot.
not going to shout him out on the podcast right now, but yeah, he knows who he is.
That to me is a good time, good party. That's what I look for.
Shout out to the Cannon.
Oh, Jesus, 9mm cannon. No, I don't want to shout at him. He's not a creep. I love him.
No, that's why that's why I said it, because he'd know I was joking if he listened to this. But anyway, yeah, I think for me personally, one thing that I always need, and it's very, very crucial, don't overstay.
Oh, yeah.
That is a bit, like, for me, I'm the guy who, I mean, even at the cottage.
Yeah.
Once, if I got up, because I'm usually up at like 6, 7 a.m. every day. Mm-hmm. So once like midnight, 1 a.m. hits, I'm fucking done. If we start partying at like fucking 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, by midnight, I'm good.
Don't be like 1 o'clock. You bastards all went to bed real early, where only me and a few other people.
At the cottage?
Yeah.
I did at 12 both nights.
There was times where like me and people stay up to 1. But you have a good point. Don't force yourself, because you're going to ruin your time, and
That's
don't
why
force
I did
other
it.
people
Yeah.
to stay up. Cause like
Don't do it. 'Cause it's not fucking worth
Because
it.
it gets boring. You don't want to party with someone who's passing the fuck out. Let them go to sleep, and then don't screw with them after.
Yes.
That's a drinking.
Do not do that.
Go
That's a drinking
back
don't.
into the podcast where we just talked about it.
Reverse like 10 minutes and you'll listen to that.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's important to know what you want. And another one for me is, if you're having a party, plan your party.
Yeah, don't.
If you want to, like, for example, when I did Sam's little shindiggy,
Yeah.
I knew that, like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to eat. Here's what we're going to do this. Like, I had a plan of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Don't just have people show up and be like, well, we'll see what happens.
Don't
have a
wing
basic
shit.
idea of what you're doing. Yeah. Especially if you have 20 or more people there, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
if you just have it where it's 20 people and you're just coming over for drinks, that's it.
fine, yeah.
You don't need to plan much, but have it like, hey, you may want munchies out, or you just be like, hey, I set up a table for drinking games
At
over
least
here.
plan that.
I
Yeah,
got
that's
people
all
to
I'm
sit on
saying.
the couches over. Yeah, some minor game plan. So even if shit goes
Someone
sour,
have a blueprint going down.
you need something. Foundations are literally a pinnacle of a party.
Yes.
Pinnacle. Wow, I
Pinnacle.
pop like no
Every time we
fucking
pop,
tomorrow.
we have to cheers.
Yeah, okay. But hey,
This is a great fucking beer. I love this beer.
I'm enjoying every beer we had. Thank you, Mackinnon Brothers, Cameron Brewing Company,
Muskoka.
Muskoka Brewing Company. We have actually one more beer each. Don't think we're gonna get to them in time, but
Yeah, well, give
we'll
them
we'll
a shot.
we'll shout them at the end of the time.
Okay.
Because you know what our issue is, Teach?
Parties are great.
Parties are wonderful.
Yes.
There's one thing I enjoy. We all should get it, because you know what? Do you remember your very first year you were born? You remember how you came into the world?
Screaming and crying.
In your birthday suit.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Screaming and crying. Like
Screaming and
every
crying.
other time we have sex.
Oh, shout outs to my fiance for having to put with me.
Yeah. But see, sex is a wonderful thing. Time flies by as the pendulum swings. It's gonna start a song, but not gonna.
I
do
was
that.
like, whoa, I did not expect that.
That's Crazy Town, Butterfly. Good song, Butterfly.
Oh, I thought you were singing something else. Watch the time by as the pendulum swings is another lyric for another song.
Oh, Linkin Park is.
Yeah.
No, I screwed up. It's not Butterfly. Crazy
Wow,
Town.
I was like,
It's-
dude,
it's-
what?
It's Linkin
How
Park.
are you going into numb right now?
I don't know, because I'm feeling numb from the alcohol.
Oh, it's not numb. It's in the end. What am I saying? Jesus Christ.
Who
I
hell
apologize.
knows? I
R.I.P.
don't
Chester.
care.
Anyway,
Nah, sure. I just don't want to get into.
you're not going to speak ill of the dead.
No,
on this
but we're just not
podcast.
going to speak about that.
Okay,
That's
anyway.
sex. S-E-X. Dun, 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 dun.
Sex.
It is literally a wonderful thing. There's a lot of pleasures in it,
No way around it.
And
Hopefully there's a lot of places in it.
and we like to have it
Yes. Fucking cheers to sex. I mean,
Cheers to
goddamn.
sex.
Fuck.
with whoever you want with, when they give you consent.
Of course. We're making a lot of jokes here. Consent is never a joke.
No, but see, when do you usually have sex? After a party or during the party?
You know, actually, me personally, I'm more after party.
Like right
That's
at
just
the end of
me.
the night, you're getting ready to go to bed.
When
You're a little randy.
When you can be respectful about it. In my opinion, that's when you can just be alone. That's what I like. But, you know, some people like the whole, oh, we might get walked in on. Oh, yeah, I'm going to beef you in this closet. Oh.
And let's scream loud. I am not that good, sweetheart. You don't need to lie.
You don't need to be that loud, honey. I know it's not that good.
It's a turn off when you lie to me. But you see, where I was going with it, it's a funny thing. There's actually individuals who don't like sex in the morning. The morning after. You would think that's a great thing.
There's
Pandemonium.
nothing better than waking up, turning over to your significant other, and they give you the look, and you're just like, oh, it's fucking on.
And
That is the best. Look, we are all adults here.
Yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
There's nothing better than that. That's like one of my favorite things in the world.
Sadly enough, my good friend, people don't share that logical opinion with us.
Are they? So when they kill people,
They, with their turtlenecks and marmalade-covered knives, jokes that we have, because, there's certain things that make you a serial killer. Gonna get into that one day. But Mike's and Beers is a simple philosophy. TJ tells me we're going to record. I have to find shit within a few hours before.
yes, or like 10 minutes before,
Or 10 minutes before, depending on his mood.
or during the podcast. It just depends.
One time had to do it during a podcast, but it still worked. You would never have known.
Yes, I was about to shout the episode, but nope, you'll never know because you're a professional. That's why you're my
Yes.
co-host.
But one article I found hilarious was morning sex. Is morning sex the most important wake-up ritual? There was a survey done. I don't know. I didn't look into how credible this company was, but whatever. They had a survey. I look at numbers. They interviewed 992 couples in a relationship, and they want to know morning rituals they do on a regular basis versus times they're more productive. And they went into a bunch of different things. TJ, what do you think when just a typical morning, the average person out of 922 people do first?
Out of all those people, what do they do first?
Yes.
Make coffee.
Yeah, wow, very close. So I'm going to go to the list starting with number 1. They used a bathroom.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I just skipped the bathroom thing, but yeah, most people.
No big deal. I'm going to speed through this because we have 20 things or 10 things, but on the other side. So number 1, use the bathroom. Then they check their phone. Then they usually have a cup of coffee, snooze the alarm, and fall back asleep. They take a shower, brush their teeth, take care of a pet, drink water, exercise. Number 10 top things people typically do in the morning out of 922 is have sex with a partner. The article then went on to say, well, ladies and gentlemen, on your most productive day, or like on a day you're most productive, what did you do in the morning? That's when we see having sex with your partner rise to number 4. I'm sorry, you are not beating using the bathroom. You were just asleep for 8 hours.
Yes,
you have to piss.
Sorry, it's not going to happen.
I don't care how horny you are, my dear. I'm going to take a pee. So I further look into this article because I thought it was funny, but it didn't shock me until I go on to see another chart that came down. Again, 992 people. Happy days. Impact of morning sex on people's productivity by gender. 53.1% of those males surveyed felt they were more productive.
Fuck yeah, I'd agree with that.
Females, 45.2% felt they were more
I feel
productive.
sorry for them.
People who had sex in the morning, males felt, or 7.4% of males found themselves less productive. 11.9% of women out of those over almost 1,000 people said they were not productive. I understand. You just had sex. You may just lose it. You may be a little horny, blah, blah, blah.
But the point of sex is when you're done to not be horny anymore.
You would think.
Right?
You
were doing it wrong.
Well, there's round 2.
Especially the guys.
Well, there's round 2, kid.
That's
But
true.
see, there's health benefits. This article goes on to further explain. Morning sex can also help alleviate your mood.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, make you feel more relaxed and even boost your productivity.
Yeah?
So I'm going to say that 7% and 11% of male and females did it wrong. Apparently, this goes on to further say it can help imitate activity imitate holy shit. Sexual
And
activity.
now, words with Ryan Bush.
I can speak English. Having sex in the morning can lead to better immune system, lower blood pressure, better bladder control, and lower risk of heart attack. I think there was a typo. I'm pretty sure that just is all sex. And so it goes further on. I'm not going to get into it. We can all agree sex is wonderful. It's a good thing.
At the end of the day, morning sex is a wonderful thing for a lot of
there's
reasons.
fucking science backing it up saying sex is good. Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to have sex with your partner in the morning and they kind of want to have sex with you too,
Do
if you're
it.
like, oh, we don't have time. You know what? You always have time.
2 minutes is all you need to lower
Always
blood
have
pressure.
2 minutes. Holy shit. You're a marathon man over here. Fuck.
If you can pump it in once, you have helped your body. You have burnt a calorie and prevented heart
That
disease.
is 1 calorie, okay? Make it happen, guys.
And we joke, but you know what? I hold the list in my hand.
It's scientific proof from a credible website.
Well, yeah, I give the name somewhat credit. Hey, I look at numbers primarily. So if you know how you ever see 4 out of 5 dentists recommend this. So all that
this is a prick anyway. So
all that means is they could have literally interviewed 5 people and got their data. At least this one, it shows the data of 1,000 people, close to 1,000. Now, these 1,000 people, I think, are pretty stupid because it goes into another topic of this or that. Morning rituals people would choose over morning sex. Now, there's certain things that make sense. Brushing your teeth.
sure,
I want to
absolutely.
brush my teeth probably before I have sex, as a favor to my partner. Sleep in. If you didn't sleep, okay. It's the weekend. It's Saturday morning.
See, I never, ever have that problem.
Because you don't sleep.
Sam's like, oh, hey, I don't care how fucking tired I am. I immediately will wake up. I'll be like, oh, hey.
Well, let me give you a number. Apparently, 54.7% of these people interviewed said they rather sleep in than have sex in the morning.
What?
So now that could just be order. So a lot of
is this all old people or what's the deal?
Well, if they said they rather
don't
sleep
know, man.
in,
That's weird.
If they said they rather sleep in than wake up and have sex, okay. As long as your partner,
What about having sex then and then going back to sleep?
you would think. Another one, taking a shower, 53.7% as a favor to your partner. Some stupid assholes. 50% of people said they'd rather eat breakfast than have sex in the morning.
Nah, man. You
know
can eat
what?
something, just not breakfast.
You don't need to fuel yourself. You fuel yourself after you've exhausted your ass.
Fill yourself with love and passion.
Now let's go further down the list. Apparently 32% of these motherfuckers rather check their phone than have sex in the morning right off the hop.
That's a problem.
Oh, it gets worse.
You have a problem.
31% says they rather go on the computer before they have sex.
You got a problem.
27% said they rather exercise. I don't think these stupid individuals understand that sex is exercise.
It is.
So apparently, you know what? Instead of
That's when you're a fat guy.
having sex with my lady or my man, I rather pump weights.
You can pump something else. It's not weights.
I hate that individual. Now, even
Shout out
worse.
to that one person. We hate you.
Well, it's a lot apparently because, like I said, exercise. That's 27.4% of 992. 25% would rather work. Go to work. Now, this is where I think this article. There's got to be flaws with this. No, shut up. You'd rather have sex and go to work. Everybody, 99.9%.
No, I was gonna say what the fuck. I was gonna be like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with those people?
24% rather read.
If you're reading a good book. No, I don't get it.
24% rather go for a walk. There is fucking 21% of motherfuckers that rather have a cup of tea.
That have sex with their partner.
20% rather make the bed. And this is what kills me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't fucking care if you're one of this 15%. You are an asshole to your partner. 15% rather write in a fucking journal. Rather write in a goddamn diary than have sex in the morning. How?
Dear diary. Here's me doing a journal entry. Dear diary. Today, Ted rolled over and tried to kiss me.
I thought he was so
I blew him
fucking
off.
Yeah, I thought he was
because
so repulsive.
he is a fucking repulsive asshole.
No, you didn't blow him off. You literally
Now,
said, fuck you, Ted.
I'm trying to write in my journal, and this guy's interrupting.
Sorry. I'm worked up. I'm sorry.
But I decided that I was going to withhold sex from him until he buys me what I want. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. So
But the whole point-
please interrupt me.
Some jackass wanted to write in a journal.
Or some guy, yeah. Dear journal, so
That's why I said a jackass. It goes
Marissa
both
turned
ways.
over to me and wanted to have sex, and I told her, no way, bitch, I'm going to write in my journal. Oh,
Once I'm done writing my journal,
I'm going to go kill someone after
I'm going to
this.
go to the gym.
I'm
And
going
then
to go to
read
the
a
gym
book.
while I'm eating some marmalade.
I see. It's just one of those articles where it's just like, I guarantee you. Now we don't know what the questions they asked. It could have been loaded, but these numbers, I want to give some credibility
disturbing.
because it was almost 1,000 people surveyed. But what in the blue? How bad do you not like your partner that you rather write in a goddamn journal?
That sucks. Like, it really
50%.
sucks.
You want to do math? Let's do math. Let's do goddamn math.
math with the heel.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my freaking handy-dandy calculator. I'm going to type in 992 people, divided by, oh, no, not divided by, because that's not proper math, times 0.15%, 15%. That means out of 992 people, 148 motherfuckers rather write in a journal. I hate every last one of
That's
you.
actually ridiculous.
If you assholes had the opportunity, because I don't get that opportunity every morning, dang it.
The fact that they're like, oh, honey, I could, have sex with you, or I'm gonna go over here and write on this line paper. probably just check yourself into a like mental hospital.
And,
I'm sorry, like I don't know. I don't understand it personally.
And maybe people have their reasons. We're just being idiots about it, but you go fuck yourselves, guys. We don't get that.
Okay. No, go fuck yourself.
Jealousy.
Go, and then later on when you're all horny and you're like, oh yeah, it sucks my partner. And she's all like, well, I wanted to sex with you earlier. Or he's all like, I wanted to sex with you earlier. And it's like, well, sorry about your fucking luck, man.
Yep.
You
See,
know?
I feel all worked out. It's like I'm ready, and I'm spent. I got nothing.
Brutal.
I'm just mad now.
That's just what happens at the end of Mike's and Beers.
And this is drinking.
He was
This is-
just spent.
You get into a freaking conversation that you get passionate about, and like, I hate everybody. I hate the world.
And with that, I think it is time for us to make sure we get our plugs in and do some housekeeping.
Do whatever you want. I'm drinking. I'm pissed.
Finish that beer off. So we, of course, want to make sure that everybody gives us a follow, leave us a like, leave a subscription, whatever you can do to follow this podcast and subscribe. We seriously appreciate it. So thank you very much for all the support. We really do appreciate it. Check us out on all the social medias, which is Mike's and Beers, which and is spelled out A-N-D. Mike's and Beers. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can also check us out on PodNeardNetwork.com/The Hodder Show. /The Hodder Show. / Mike's and Beers. Sorry, I'm used to saying The Hodder Show. I apologize.
Okay. Hey, plug. Why not? Get him out.
That's a plug. I'll drink real quick.
Oh, I'm glad you're doing something. You're plugging something because I'm just upset. I'm just,
He's had enough.
Yeah,
He's had
I'm
enough.
done. I'm taking
Fuck
my
it.
headphones
He's walking away, folks. He almost dropped your phone. And, of course, we want to make sure that we give some shout-outs to our buddies all over the PodNeard Network. And, of course, our friends Drinks with Larry. And basically everyone else listening to this podcast. Seriously appreciate it.
Bearded Geeks.
Bearded Geeks.
Still loading. Those
Fuck
podcasts, you guys are great. We've listened to a lot of your stuff. We appreciate any follows and likes that you've given us. Guys who are a part of the PodNeard Network, I don't like any last one of you guys, so fuck you all.
Fuck all ya.
That means Dark Runner, Prog Rocker, hate you guys. Cazador Jones, I don't even know you, but don't want to. Pretty much anybody else who's not a part of our network, I will support you. Anybody within our network, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Because you're probably one of those 15% that rather write in your fucking journal.
God fucking damn it.
Oh, I gotta pee.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Hodder.
I gotta pee. What does you being hotter have to do with anything?
And he's the heel.
Yep.
And we'll catch you next time on Mike's and Beers, everybody. Cheers again real quick.
Cheers. Thank you for coming out, guys.
Peace out.